Alright, tonight I'm playing with Victrola VV-50, number 94616. It is a side crank machine, late 22, early 23. I forgot to check the serial number. It's in for repair, actually. This belongs to somebody else. This belongs to Paul. Paul knows who he is out there. And it's in for a look-see under the hood. Because it was a noisy machine with some hinge issues and some other things going on, we've managed to dampen the noise levels down by replacing some gears and swapping some things around. This motor spent time working without proper lubrication, and it caused some wear to the gears and bearing surfaces, and it had to be taken out and replaced and cleaned up a little bit. And it had been dropped at some point. The motor board with the motor on it had been dropped, and the gear on the spring can had bent. I almost didn't catch that till I saw it operating. Once I saw it rolling and I saw the wobble in there, I knew something was up. Anyway, we've gotten that mostly squared away, and the friction leather looked like mice had been eating it, so that had to be replaced as well. And we tightened up the tone arm support and took care of the hinge. There's no more problems there. That's working good. And had to straighten up the lid stay a bit. And now we're just testing the motor. This is not the reproducer that belongs on here. That one is being rebuilt at the moment, but this is my test reproducer, which is perfectly adequate for testing motors, which is what I'm doing here. Just running record after record after record to wear it in. It had a new spring already. I did not have to put a spring in this one, but whoever had put the spring in for some reason decided to ignore the noise. I don't know why, but it would have been distracting to me. So, but it's better now. It's working better now. So let's play a record and make sure it keeps its speed up and there's no funny noises coming from inside the machine while it does it. It's already cranked up. Let's get her going. I should probably turn the fan off while I'm doing that because we don't need that distracting noise in the background. Okay, normal Victrola noises. And now we will. It's already set to 78 RPM. This is the Land of Jazz. I'll tell you who sang this one when it's done.
Originated and waited for popularity. Now in every cabaret, it's the only thing they play. I love to hear it, love me near it. That's why I say, take me to that land of jazz. Let me hear the kind of blues Memphis has. To a tune that's full of ginger and pear. Pick 'em up and lay 'em down. Learn to do the razzmatazz. And let me give you a warning. We won't get home until morning. Everybody's full of jazz in the loving land of jazz. And requested to join the fun. Oh, take me to that land of jazz. Let me hear the kind of blues Memphis has. I wanna dance to a tune that's full of ginger and pear. Pick 'em up and lay 'em down. Learn to do the razzmatazz. And let me give you a warning. We won't get home until morning. Everybody's full of jazz in the loving land of jazz.
Okay. That was Take Me to the Land of Jazz by Marion Harris on the Victor label. And it's holding speed. And it's not thumping, bumping, rattling, clanging, or doing any of the other things it was doing, so that's an improvement. We'll play another 20 records on this just to distribute the grease and the oils on there properly and make sure nothing's ready to fall apart, which I don't think it will at this point. We have a new felt. I didn't put that on. That was already installed. And let's snap that in and make sure she's closing properly. There we go. And that has been lightly refinished. Something I don't generally do, but as I said, I didn't do this one, so there's not really much I can do about it, but there we go. And that is kind of an unusual combination of wood there, isn't it? Notice the two boards that make it up. And you can see how they actually made this. First they made the box, the whole box. Then they sawed it right down and constructed it from there. They didn't actually make lids in one space and bases in another. It's pretty clear because the grain matches right there, and so does the color of the wood. You can clearly see that was made as one solid box and then cut to size. And all of the insides and the horn and all of that. This actually, yes, this curvature here, that is part of the horn of the Victor Victrola 50, which is why you never work these machines, or play these machines rather, without the lid on, or with the lid off, or flipped back, or whatever. You have to have the lid, as you see it here, because that is actually part of the sound reproduction. I've seen some videos on YouTube where people play it with the lid all the way back, or entirely missing. I mean, yeah, you do get sound out of it, but not quite the same quality. But there you go. Victor Victrola 50, 94,616. This is the latest style of Victor Victrola 50. The last major revision of it. It's got record storage. You can see you stack your records here. This little clip holds them down. I think it holds 6. Which, you know, the earlier ones didn't hold any, so that's an improvement. And this machine was using a Victrola number 2 reproducer. I have a Victor number 2 reproducer on here, but this is my test reproducer. It's not the one that belongs here. That one's being built. And there'll be another test of that reproducer at another time. Just wanted to make sure the motor was working and everything sounded good in there. Nothing's falling out. It's what I've been working on for the last couple of hours out here, so I'll make sure it's good. Okay, there you go.